Hi, dear friends, I'm happy to be back here with you. I took some long pause from recording this video updates because of some other obligations from my work and with my family. We had to travel a little bit to get out of this very stressful circle of life in Lviv, and now I'm back, and hopefully my work duties and all the circumstances will allow me to record these videos more often. For those of you who were sending your inquiries through emails about the videos or about our safety here, our situation, thank you very much. We are well, relatively, as one can be well under these circumstances, but at least we are physically safe and sound, and I hope to be able to be in more touch with you all over my courses that I'm teaching to some of you. You know me from academic side, and also through these regular war updates I have been posting till now, and I intend to continue to do so. Today is a especially sad and heartbreaking day in Ukraine. Before I get to the general overview of the situation, I have to share this with you because we are all very stressed and anxious because of this. Just this night there was a horrible war crime committed by the Russian I do not know who, security services or military. You all remember those brave guys from Azov regiment and other military units that defended Mariupol and Azovstal. You know that they had to surrender at some point and were taken by Russians to special detention facilities. And this night one of those facilities was hit with a rocket or somehow blown up. It's not clear yet, but the compartment in which around 190 Ukrainian war prisoners were held was blown up, and at least 50 of them died, as it is reported at this moment, and 100 plus severely wounded. What happened is not exactly clear. The Russian side is blaming, of course, Ukrainian side for shelling their own military war prisoners, which is extremely unlikely. Well, let me tell, it's just plain lie. I cannot imagine Ukrainian president to give such an order, and this cannot be a mistake, because this prison is located far beyond the front lines. So we all believe this is just another war crime committed by the Russians. They probably tortured, probably executed a number of those Azovstal defenders by now, and now they decided to cover the vestiges of their crimes by killing them in mass. We will await for more details of what happened, but it's already clear this is one of the most horrible war crimes committed by now, and my heart is literally bleeding for these guys, because we all followed them very closely when they were defending Mariupol and doing their best to hold the enemy, and it was already quite depressing to see them surrender, and we still hope that they will at some point return home. There were altogether over 2,000 Ukrainian soldiers who surrendered in Mariupol or were taken captives by the Russian side, and most of them are kept in the so-called Donetsk People's Republic in various detention facilities. About 140 of them were returned home. Those who were severely wounded, they were returned home in exchange for Russian prisoners of war. But unfortunately, as we are seeing, many of them have died, and we are all suspecting that they were subject to torture and execution prior to this airstrike or missile strike or whatever happened there. In terms of the frontline situation, we entered what they call a third phase of this war. The first phase was when Russians invaded Ukraine and moved towards many cities, including the capital, during late February and March of this year. This phase ended in retreat of Russian troops from Kiev and north of Ukraine. And then the second phase started, the so-called Battle for Donbass, which lasted till mid-July or early July. That phase did not yield any significant results for the Russian side. They managed to squeeze Ukrainian army a little bit, literally several kilometers back in Donetsk fronts, but otherwise they did not succeed to regain or to gain any significant territories and to defeat Ukrainian army. So that second stage ended in a kind of stalemate situation with Ukrainian troops still holding the ground in most of places along the front lines, and with the Russian troops running out of ammunition, running out of manpower, first of all, and taking what they would call an operative pause, operative break. And that break ended just this week, and they started moving forward in several directions, especially in Donetsk region and in Kherson in the south of Ukraine. Their tactics did not change much. They are just moving into facial attack, so to speak, moving forward without any tricks, without any bypassing Ukrainian positions, which brings huge casualties from the Russian side and from Ukrainian side, because the positions that they intend to attack are always subject to severe artillery shelling, and after that they advance and usually suffer severe losses in those attacks. So this week was another important threshold that the number of dead soldiers from the Russian side is estimated in over 40,000, which means that there is at least another 40,000 wounded, probably much more. And the losses of the Ukrainian side are estimated approximately equal to those, which together with civilian casualties will give us a terrible number of well over 100,000 victims of war, at least 70 or 80,000 dead, and approximately the same number wounded. There is still a huge number of people internally displaced and as refugees in various Western countries. I hope to be able to record a more informative update next days, Monday or Tuesday, because today I was not able to use our studio. There is some technical problems there. I just wanted to tell that we are fine, at least physically, and that I will be continuing this project. Please continue, pray for Ukraine, support Ukraine, and especially pray for the families of those soldiers that are kept in Russian prisons. And I cannot imagine the psychological torture of mothers, wives, children of the people who have disappeared basically in the Russian prisons, and they have no information about them. And now especially with these horrible stories of these people being tortured and executed, these people are going through real hell, through terrible experiences of being completely ignorant about the fate of their dear ones, and through the suspicions that they might be already dead or suffering in the prison. So please pray and please support Ukraine. Thank you very much for watching.